You're right there, Mark here from 6 Plus, going over hopefully the start of a brand new series of me starting my Sons of Behemat Force for Age of Sigmar. Now, I've been wanting to do them since they came out, okay? I do know they've had a new book for 3rd edition, which I will be grabbing very, very shortly to just read through it. I just love the story and the lore behind them. It's just biggest, might makes right. It's just hilarious, and the way I want to play them is just go, have fun. Just push them on the board and they just stomp around. But anyway, I digress. Today's video is going to be on about the Giants from Maxmini. Now, I've been able to grab some of these, but I'll explain my mindset behind these Giants. Now, if I go to Games Workshop, now, don't get me wrong, you can buy these from third-party retailers at like anywhere between 10 to 25% off. Alright, fine. Now, to my mind, you would need a couple of these Mega Gargants and, a couple mobs of the mancrushers, the gargants, the giants. Now, I'm not going to get into the pricing too much because that's a completely different discussion. But for 3 multi-part plastic giants, gargants, they're £95. So they're 30 quid each, alright? They are multi-part, you can really customize them, it's great. However, I would want 2 sets of that, that's just shy of 200 quid. Not the biggest fan of that. Let alone 130 quid for some Mega Gargants. So my dream force at the moment is 3 Mega Gargants and 6 of the little Gargants. So quick maths, that's 360 quid. Oh no, that's 400 quid for the Mega Gargants. 200. That's 600 quid for the army that I'm after. Okay? However, if I went to Mantic, I could get their Giant, who's a huge proportion, kind of matches up to the Mega Gargants, 30 quid. But I do know for a fact Maxmini have now brought out for retail pre-order their set of 3 Giants for £50. Now, I was able to grab 6 of these through the Kickstarter that they've done, and I've got them here right now. So they're half the price of Games Workshop, which is great. You can use these for D&D, you can use them for many other systems out there, which is amazing. Kings of War, many other systems out there, and roleplay games. So that's why I want them. The downside is they are not multi-part. So you would struggle to make them distinctive just from swapping parts around. So the way you would make them distinctive in my mind is different skin tones, different colours on the fabrics, different basing. You could add little gnomes around the bases, you can add halflings, you could add greenskins, rubble, dead bodies, so on and so forth to add to it. But we're going to transition over to the board where I've got the 3 different sculpts out in front of me, so we can have a little gander and see what we think of them. Catch you in a second. Alright, so now we're going to have a gander at the actual resin miniatures. So I've got 1 set, 2 sets, 3 sets. So let's have a look at the boulder person. So, as I said, it is a resin set, so you need to clean these through thoroughly. Give them, nice warm soapy bath, give them a scrub, so on and so forth. Remove any release agent, but you can see it's nicely slotted. A lot of detail to play around with. You could paint these up however you see fit because there's so much embossed detail to play around with. There you go, slot in there really nice. Bit of super glue and you're all good. Don't really see any major gaps already, which is amazing. Then here's obviously the lady. I believe that's the way you're supposed to. Am I holding her the wrong way around? Yes, I am. I'm being an absolute silly Billy. There you go. Then she'll have the other limb underneath. I will be building these up on stream, so there will be a video a Twitch stream video on the channel of me actually building these. So if you want to see them in being built, by all means, that will be coming out in the very near future. Here is the lady that's got a club above her head. It's just going together really, really nice. I'm just excited to get this force on the tabletop. There you go. And yes, there are some cleaning. That is one of the biggest downsides to using resin. The cleaning part is going to take a while to go through. But normally the cost for the customer is a lot cheaper. And then we've got the giant. Come here. That is dragging along the club down to one side. These are really quite substantial, which is really cool. With a foot behind. There you go. But yeah, I'm really excited to get these down on the tabletop at some point. And they do come with MDF bases. But you can swap out the bases for GW authentic bases. You can swap them out for resin bases. You can swap them out for diorama bases. Whatever bases you see fit for your game system. The nice thing about these models, they're miniature agnostic. Okay? So any game system you want to play with giants, you can use this. Whatever game system's out there. Which is amazing for me. But we're going to transition over using, you know, wizardy woo of video magic after I've built these up on stream. And we'll see how they go together. So I'll catch you in a minute. So through the power of video editing, we are back with 3 of these sculpted giants built. And I can just show you how they look compared to a couple fantasy models that I got to one side, to give you a bit of a representation. So let's crack on with the boulder bearing one. So as you can see there, it's quite a nice size to work with. Nothing's hidden, let's say. So you're not really going to struggle to paint it too much. The only area, pardon me, that you may want to be careful of is obviously this bit here underneath the boulder. And in all fairness, it's so easy. In hindsight, may have wanted to keep it sub-assembly because the joint is just there and there. In all fairness, I could probably put this one in the freezer, get the super glue brittle and just snap it off because it's not glued on the shoulder at all. But nice and open, and it went together really, really seamlessly. Then if we go for the club above, I would say this is more of a rock club from the way it's sculpted. There is nothing hidden, again, just a little bit above the head, but nice sizing, everything's nice and clear, really, really went together really nicely. Very, very little mold lining that I had to do. May have to go over and do a few other little bits because I did miss this bit here. I wasn't quite sure if that was fabric or not, but I think that may be a little bit of mold that I need to sort out. Then we got the wooden club lady, I want to say here. Everything's nice and open, really straightforward. A little bit more mold line that I need to titivate and tidy up, but there's a lot to play around with these models. So if I size these up to my cutting mat here, they are 11.5 centimeters tall to the head. I will just double check. Yep. So obviously she's going to be a little bit taller because her club's up. But yeah, they are 11.5 centimeters tall. So they are perfect for those kind of proxies that you may need. And to put it in retrospect, let's compare wood club lady here compared to a white king. Really nice proportions. They do look that size. And then a Runefather dwarf. There you go. Really nice proportion. So I'm really pleased how these ladies came out. I'll just move them to one side so I don't accidentally knock them. I'm just going to give them a little bit more titivation, tidy up. That's on me. I completely forgot about that. But the nice thing is, being that resin, if you're careful, you just go in with a brand new X-Acto blade if you can. When they are new, you have to put less pressure behind them to cut off the resin, so you have a lot more control. If you have a blunt knife, you're going to put too much pressure on, you're more likely to slip and hurt yourself. But these ones here, I'm very, very pleased with, and they'll be going into my giant force. But I hope this has been informative for you out there. If it has, please like, comment, subscribe, all the usual Facebook algorithm things that we all know and love. Social media links and everything will be in the description down below, so please have a gander, see what you like. Be very appreciative you coming over to Twitch and Discord. It's a growing community. But as always, thank you very much for staying in to the end. It means the world to me. And you all take care of yourself. I'll catch you in the next one.